Hey, welcome to Rick's Diecast Racing, home of the Commodore Raceway. We had to change our location today to do our intros. We got heightened security up there on the track, as you know who's been really messing with us here lately. But guess what, folks? I am joined by Sidekick Sandy, our returning champion. She will be racing tonight. How you feeling, Sidekick?
I'm excited.
I tell you what, folks, I think she's about ready to go kick some.
No. Let's go.
Franklin! Mad Ape Gun Mixer. Starting us off tonight. Up front, we're going to have Franklin on the inside, the Ape on the out. In the back row, we have a Gump on the inside, Mixer on the out. We are racing, as we're glad to be kicking off yet another exciting race here. It's just Franklin taking the lead right there into that killer straight, followed up by the Ape, and then Gump. As it looks like this is going to be a three-man race coming down here to that final stretch. It is going to be Franklin, Ape, Gump, DNF by Mixer. If you're going to drift down Drifter Straight, you better be able to control that drift, or this is what's going to happen to you.
Okay, let's head back up to the top.
Mixer put himself in a bad way against this level of competition with that DNF on that first round. Let's see what he has in store here for round number 2. We are racing, and it's going to be Gump taking the lead there over the Ape as they're going to be battling it out down here. Oh, looky here. You got Franklin trying to make a move. Oh, look at the Ape putting one heck of a block to stop him. What a move there by Ape. That is some veteran driving going on right there by Crazy George. As we come down here, it's going to be Gump, Ape, Franklin, and Mixer.
Okay, let's head back up to the top.
It just looks like Mixer is outclassed going up against these three cars. Let's see what we can do setting up front now. We are racing. It's actually Mixer out to a bit of a lead there. And not for long as Gump takes him over, and you got the Ape getting spun around. He's going to try to race backwards, and he pastes the pass there. And we got another pass going on. That was a nice pass by Ape going backwards. As we come down here to the end, it is going to be Gump hard, Ape, Franklin, Mixer. Franklin, Ape, Gump. Which two are moving on to the bonus rounds? Let's find out. We are racing. This Mixer out to a lead. It don't matter if he was to take first place here. It's not going to help him in any size, shape, or form. But he's blocking everybody. I think he's just trying to cause as much of a commotion and a mess up there as he can. As this Franklin does pass him, and here comes the Ape passing him. He's just too slow of a car. As we come down here to the end, it is going to be Franklin, Ape, Mixer, Gump. It's going to be Franklin and Gump moving on to the bonus rounds this week. As the Mad Ape managed to pull off second place in all 4 races. I've never seen that done before. But it just goes to show that sometimes you need a little bit of luck to go with that consistency, and Mixer has been eliminated. Let's meet our next 4 cars competing tonight. The Streak. Bean. Sidekick Sandy. Deli Boy. Starting us off in our second heat of the night, it's going to be up front. We're going to have the Streak on the inside, Bean on the out. In the back row, we have Sidekick Sandy on the inside, Deli Boy on the out. We are racing. It's Bean out to a bit of a lead over the Streak coming down that first straightaway. Now they're hitting that first set of turns, and look at they all bunch up there together. Now we get a little bit of separation going on. As you got Sidekick Sandy trying to make her way around me and the Streak down there. As they come down to the final straight, all 4 cars are still in it. Here we go. It's going to be Bean, Streak, Sidekick Sandy, Deli Boy. Ever since I looked at tonight's starting lineup, I was really excited to see these 4 cars battle it out. Let's see what happens as they battle it out here in this second race of this heat. We are racing, and it's Bean out to a bit of a lead over Sidekick Sandy. Sidekick Sandy puts in a little bit of a stoppage there. Was not allowed Deli Boy to get going. Sidekick Sandy's really trying to find a way to get around Bean, and the Streak is trying to really challenge Sidekick Sandy. This ought to be a good race coming down here towards the end, folks. It is going to be... Oh, look at Sidekick Sandy putting in a block on me. Folks, I'm not even sure what to say here, as I did everything I could to get around our current champion. She would not do it. Look at that one block in there. We come down here, it's going to be Bean taken first. A second block put in by Sidekick Sandy. It's going to be Bean, Sidekick Sandy, and then the Streak. And then you'll have Deli Boy coming down here. I'm telling you what, she was ruthless. She held off both me and Deli Boy that round.
Yep, that one is Sidekick approved.
After 2 races, it looks like Bean is the car to beat. Let's see what happens here in round number 3. We are racing. And it's Sidekick Sandy battling it out there with Deli Boy. Look at that battle, back and forth action. And it is going to be Sidekick Sandy taking it. As now the Streak's trying to get around Deli Boy. They're all back at, oh, look at Deli Boy trying to make another move on Sidekick Sandy as they come down here to that final stretch. What a battle we had going on down there. It is going to be Sidekick, Streak, Deli Boy, Bean. Race of the night, if not the race of the season here. Look at that. Sidekick Sandy gets a jump out of the gate. You got Deli Boy, surprisingly enough, overtakes Sidekick Sandy. I didn't think I'd ever see that happening. They come down here into that killer straight, down in the Armageddon corner. Now you got the Streak that's pushing Deli Boy. He's come down here in the drifter straight. Deli Boy once again tries to make a move, cannot do it, and gets held up and allows Streak to take over for second place as they come down to that final stretch. Holy cow, what a race that was, folks. They are not disappointing as this is anybody's contest. Well, except Deli Boy's. We are racing. As this Streak got to a bit of a lead. Coming down to that first set of turns. Oh, he just cuts off Deli Boy right there. And Bean's trying to find a way to get around Deli Boy, but cannot do it right there. Maybe he can come down to that final set of turns. Down to that final straight. How's it going to turn out? Here we go. It is going to be the Streak. And oh, looky there. It's Deli Boy over Bean and banging his Sidekick Sandy. Look at this late charge right here, trying to make a move by Bean to try to overtake for second place, and just was not enough, but a good close race. It's going to be the Streak and Bean moving on to the bonus rounds this week to take on Gump and Franklin. As it's going to be Sidekick Sandy returning next week. She needs to find a way to get into that bonus round here in the next 3 races to hopefully get herself into that championship round at the end of the season. And it is going to be Deli Boy who's going to be eliminated. Even though he gave it a heck of a battle there towards the end, he gave it all he had to try to compete with these big boys. Just wasn't enough. Let's get on to the bonus rounds. Starting us off in our bonus round, up front we're going to have Gump on the inside, Bean on the out. In the back row we have Franklin on the inside, the Streak on the out. We are racing, and it's Bean out to a bit of a lead right here. And then looky there, you've got Gump trying to take over that lead, and Gump does take over that lead. We got side-by-side action. Can Bean take it back? We coming down here to that final set of turns. Now they get a little bit of separation. Now they're bunching back up again down to that final straight. Here we go. It's going to be a close race. Well, it's a 3-way race. Holy cow. Holy cow, we're going to have to watch a replay. I don't know what happened. Here we go again, folks. Check out the replays. It's Bean out to just a slight little lead. He tries to put in a block, but Gump pushes and powers his way through. Actually slides off the track a little bit. Actually takes over first place. Bean is really trying to take him back over, but he just cannot do it. And looky here, it looks like we're going to have all kinds of separation. And look at a bunch up right there coming out of that last set of turns. Now watch us coming down here. I don't know who took first, who took second. Look at the Streak here. It's a 2-lane race. And he's trying to make it into a 3-lane race. Because it's going to end up being Bean taking it. Oh, the Streak gets hit again. It's going to be Bean, Gump, Franklin, and the Streak never ever crossed the finish line as he tried to make a 2-lane highway into a 3-lane raceway. Holy cow. What a race. After pushing my car to the limit, I hope there's no lingering effects and no damage was done to the Streak as we get ready to race number 2 here in our bonus round. We are racing. It's Bean out to a lead, coming down here to that first set of turns there, bunching up here again. And uh-oh, Bean's causing a commotion. Now we're going all kinds of, oh, look at this 4-way action going on. Back and forth, here we go. Streak ends up taking the lead, followed up by Gump. Here we come down to the end. It is going to be Streak, Gump, Bean, Franklin.
Okay, let's head back up to the top.
This group of cars is putting on a heck of a show for us here in our first 2 rounds of these bonus races. Let's see if they can do this 3 races in a row. We are racing. And it's a Streak out to a lead coming down here before that first set of turns. And he's got it going on here as we lined up 3 down. And the Streak is still getting further out. As we come down to that final set of turns, all 4 cars are still going beautifully here. And it's going to be the Streak, Franklin, Bean, and Gump. I hope you all are enjoying the action as much as I am tonight, as this has been a fantastic race. Let's go and do it one more time. We are bonus racing. One last time as it's a streak out of the gate, takes the lead. But he's being challenged now by Bean, and oh, looky there, it's Gump that takes over that lead for first place. Woohoo, Gump. Oh, yeah, well, I'm going to try to take it back. Here we go. Down to that final stretch we go. It's a battle going on down there. No, it's going to be Gump taking it over the streak, followed up by Franklin and a DNF by Bean. And here's how that final bonus points played out. As this was a much, much tighter group of racing than what these points reflect. I tell you what, folks, they put on one heck of a show. But you know what time it is. Now it's time to see who tonight's big winner is. And it was me and my streak, the big winner of the night once again. As you can see, I barely edged out Gump with my 26 points. Gump had 25, Franklin with 22, Bean with 18, Matt Ape with 12, Sidekick Sandy with 11, and Deli Boy with 7 is eliminated, and Mixer has been eliminated with 4. Let's check out how the season point standings now set. And here is our top 8 on the season leaderboard. With 2 races left to go, we still got some cars that'll be joining us. They are mathematically still in this thing. But you've also got the Mad Ape and Sidekick Sandy lingering in the background, trying to take over that last spot of Frenzy, and possibly even Franklin, as far as that goes, to get into that championship race at the end of the season. We hope you all continue to join us, as we still got a lot of questions left to answer here in our last 2 races of the regular season before we hit that championship round. We'd like to thank everybody that you see here on the screen for making this channel possible. And we'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Until next time, race fans, happy racing!